Hello, this is Gerald Varela with Back Corner Comics, and today we're going to be looking at Daisy Goes to the Moon, published by Fantagraphics, and it's adapted and illustrated by Rick Greery from the novel by Matthew Klickstein. And this is kind of like an interesting title. I wouldn't normally go out and buy this myself, but Fantagraphics sent it over for me to look at, and I read about two of the stories in here. And it's some really interesting stuff. And what I kind of appreciate about this title is that this is more meant for kids, I would say, which if you guys are keeping track, the past few titles that we've looked at have been a little bit more mature or, late teen type of stories. But here, Daisy Goes to the Moon is really a story for everybody. I see a parent sitting down with their children and reading this with them. It almost feels like a children's book, but a little bit more sophisticated in the Fantagraphics way. The hardcover here is absolutely gorgeous. It's a little bit raised on some of the stuff here. The line work is very clear and crisp on here. And then the back cover, you get a little bit more of that kind of raised kind of sensation. And so this book is basically this girl, when she was about 9 years old in the Victorian era, she wrote a book with the help of her parents. And this is kind of like an adaptation in the comic form of that book. And you get this, look at these end papers. Again, Fantagraphics kills it. It's gorgeous. No, we're not going to flip through all of it because it still has a few weeks to come out, and I don't want to spoil it necessarily. But it has a really good intro in the book at the beginning that really kind of sets everything up. This reminds me of the robot from the Jetsons. And this is the cast of characters. I haven't met everybody here, but like I said, I've only read the first two stories. So here's the intro to Daisy Ashford and kind of like the backstory of how she came to write that book with her parents. And so the line work here is just so elegant. Reminds me a lot of Jim Woodring for whatever reason. The blacks are good. The rockets are nice. A lot of sci-fi elements here. There's a story that kind of takes place in an automat, and if you know what that is, it's like a lunch place that had hot food serving in these like hole in the walls type of thing. I don't know where that is. Yeah, look, here's the automat, which it's so cool because this girl was going to these automats as a kid and eating from there, because that was kind of like a cafeteria setting back in the day. And yeah, it's so imaginative, so interesting. Just really good stuff. And I don't want to show everything. This is going to be a quick video. But just to show the presentation and to hear some biographies on the people who worked on this version. But yeah, just to kind of give you guys an idea, if you have a kid and you want them to kind of maybe read something on a little bit more of the imaginative side, this is definitely something to get them. And it's so awesome that Fantagraphics sent this over to be overviewed because, we don't really get a lot of those titles that are for all ages and stuff. So this is Daisy Goes to the Moon. I'm Gerald Varela, and this is Back Corner Comics. Thank you for watching.